Okay, everyone. The cup is finished with the first coat of epoxy. It does still have some flaws in it. I went ahead and put my aunt's name in vinyl on the bottom part of the cup. But you'll see here at the top, it does have some lines that you can visibly see. You can see that on both of the little toboggan pom-poms, I guess. Tassels, I think I was calling them yesterday, I don't know. But anyhow, you get the idea. But I have to repaint over top of those with some acrylic paint. Along the side here, there's some visible lines. You can't hardly see those because I've kind of went over those with acrylic paint, but I'll show you how I did that. I'll go in and correct any lines that I see, and which it doesn't look like there's very much at all. There might be a little bit up here that I'll fix, but other than that, this is pretty good. So I have my same variety of paint brushes, and I'm going to go with just a small round brush for now, and I'm going to be mixing that in some black and white to make a nice gray. It doesn't take very much black at all. Hopefully I'll stay in view this time. My apologies if I got out of view yesterday. It's just very hard to see whenever I'm recording. So I'll try my best. But I'm just basically just putting lines in here. I don't want those lines to go up where my the silver rim is. But I'm just going over top of what I've already got down here in this gray for now. About like so. Now I'm just going into a little bit of white. I didn't rinse my brush. I'm just going into the white, because this layer I want to be lighter. And the same thing, I'm just going from the center out. And now back into a little bit of the black and the white to make a gray tone. And this time, smaller little lines. Okay, I'm going to rub that paint out onto my plate some. And this time I'm just going into straight white, and again, small, kind of random. More white. There we go. Now I'm going to take the end of my brush, I'm going to just dip it in the white puddle of paint, and I'm just going to put some random little snow, some big, some small. There we go. Okay, now over top of some of your snow that you already have there, to bring those up towards the top a little bit, if you want, you can just go in and dab over top. That'll bring those forward. I did a few of those here like this, and I really like how that looks. But by all means, you do not have to do that. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the other side to do this one. And you see that big line? That's a hideous line. And I'm just going into my black and white, mix it up, make a little gray. And same thing. Just come in and put some random lines going from the center out. Now I'm going to be covering up these little snowdrops, and that's fine because I'll put them back in just like I did over there. Okay, back into just my white. I did not rinse my brush, and I'm just getting a lighter tone of gray. And this time, a little bit smaller strokes. Okay, now again, I'm just going to rub that paint out of my brush and dip into the white, and again just random little, more white, okay, dip the end of my brush in the paint, and again go back in and add your little, I'm going to put a big one right in the center. Oh. Okay. Not sure I like that, so I'm going to go back into that black just for a second. This is too much white. I'm going to break that up a little bit. Now, a dot of white. Okay, I think that looks better. All right, so that is all I'm going to do there, I think. I'm just going to add a couple raised. Oops. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So now to work around these, I took my, I think this is a stencil brush, maybe not, I don't know, but it's a 3/8 inch, and I'm just going to dip it into my Key West color. These are the same colors that we used on the background: black, white, Key West, and Atlantis. And then I'm going to dip a little bit of it into the Atlantis and just dab, kind of picking up both colors, and I'm going around this area where I can see that there was a line there. If you look, you'll see it here, and that kind of bugs me, so I'll go in and dab over that line. Now if I get on the snowman scarf like I did, I'll just take a dampened paper towel, shoot, Q-tip, and I'll just wipe that away. Okay, back into my color, and same thing here. Now if you go over one of your dots, don't worry about it. You can always go back in and add it. Okay. I have a little bit here that I need to do because I can still see that line. Okay. Now, once I do this part, I do not seal this. I let this dry and then I epoxy just right over top of it. So, going back into both colors. Let me show you. A little bit of the Key West. A very little bit of the Atlantis because it's the darker color. And just dab them both into the brush. And again, I want a little bit of both colors. And if I see that it needs it over through here somewhere, I'll do that too while I'm here. Okay. I'm going to take my little Q-tip just along the side here. Make sure I didn't get anywhere that I didn't need it to be. Let's do the same thing at the top. A little bit of the Key West. A little bit of the Atlantis. Now, if you find that you covered up way too much of your little snowdrops, just resplash it. Just by adding a little bit of water in with your acrylic paint. Very easy to do. I'm not going to because I kind of like the big snowflakes. And just add these wherever you feel that it needs them. If you want really, really tiny ones, just take the end of your liner brush and just barely tap. It's a lot easier to splash though. Oh. I'm going to add a couple of these up here where I covered that up. I don't want to resplash mine because I have so much snow already on the snowmen and things. So I'm just going to tap mine in. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I really like how this one turned out. I just left the bottom solid white, and I won't, like I said, I will not seal this. I will just go ahead and let it dry for a little while and then put epoxy over it, and I'll be adding a little bit of disco ball glitter in with my epoxy. That comes from Glitterazzi 321. It's a beautiful little glitter. I just like the shimmer that it gives. Make sure you clean around the rim of your cup. Okay. I do have the cup on the turner. I waited about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes for that acrylic paint to dry. And as you can tell, now you don't see all of those hideous lines. You can't even tell that they were even there. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. And I really think my aunt is going to love it. She's doing a lot better, by the way. We're even talking that she may get out of the hospital in a couple days. So, thank goodness for that. But I do thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I hope you really enjoyed this one. I know it's a little time consuming, but it's done. I don't think it was too bad. So, hopefully you guys will give this one a try. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great night.